What are some of the things, if you can remember, maybe one that really touched your heart the most? Just can you explain one for us, Kristen?
Yeah, one really powerful one was we had a lady that called us, and she was actually a doctor, and she was part of Western medicine for a while, and then she started learning more and started turning more to natural options. And so she was the one who discovered over 30 years ago that diabetes, that dementia was just diabetes of the brain. It was a type 3 diabetes. She was the one that had discovered that. So she had been working with dementia patients for over 30 years, helping them to control it through their diets and through using natural things. And she knew a lot about a lot of different options that are available, because there are a lot of great natural options that you can take advantage of. Right. But about, goodness, I think it was about 6 months prior to seeing your show, she noticed that her husband, Tom, was having like the early onset of dementia, kind of gazing off, not remembering simple things, like he wasn't really there all of the time. And he also had a melanoma on his arm. And so when she saw the broadcast, she had not tried the mushrooms. So she said, hey, let me try these mushrooms and see what these can do for them. She saw the studies. She understood them. They're very comprehensive studies. So she said, wow, this is really promising. I want to try this for Tom. Originally, her goal was to help with the melanoma because it was growing pretty deeply into his arm. And so she started giving him, he was only taking 6 of the green bottle, which is the InForce Coriolus Versicolor mushroom, but she was also giving him 2 of the blue bottle, which is a lion's mane mushroom that's called Clarity. And that's for nerve and brain support, and also helps with digestive function and weight loss and stuff. Right. And so she was just giving him that little simple protocol. And a month later, when she was at the dermatologist with Tom, they were talking about doing a surgery and discussing the surgical options that were available. And they were kind of moving it around to kind of examine the melanoma. And it literally popped off and fell out of his arm. Oh. And they said, we've been doing this for 20 years. I'm so sorry. We've never, ever seen this happen. Is he taking something? Is he putting a cream on it? What's going on? She said, no, I've just been giving him these mushrooms. And, that helped the immune system. And so they said, well, the mushroom actually pushed the melanoma out of his arm. So when they messed with it, they loosened it up and it just fell off.
Oh, wow.
On top of that, about 2 months later, all of her friends started calling her saying, what is Tom taking? It feels like he's coming back. It feels like we have him again. And so what the Clarity did in his case, his own body was able to help with all of the neuroinflammation and the blood sugar levels to regulate those in his brain, and actually brought him back out of dementia. His own body did that for himself. So, I mean, that touched my heart so much, because here's a lady that's committed her entire life to helping people with that condition, right, and has helped so many people, but was unable to help her own husband. And by your broadcast and you sharing this on your show, it gave her some hope. She tried it, and now she has Tom back. So that's just one of the many, many stories that we're getting from all different types of people with all different types of situation, not only for themselves, but also with their pets, once they get this mushroom into the system.
Right.